we look forward to seeing you guys down at Equip Expo 2023, October 17th through the 20th. Guys, don't forget to use promo code Brian to register and save your guys' self 50%. Get those tickets ASAP. And by the way, we do earn a little bit of a kickback, and that goes right into supporting the show, supporting the podcast, and the YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much in advance if you happen to use our code. And don't forget to register you and each individual that you got to bring for your team. You got to register each person separately.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton, here, hanging with you guys, and good morning. Well, as always, guys, you know that we love bringing some of the latest and greatest and guest interviews, different conversations with folks and peers in the industry. Super excited about having another great guest interview lined up for you guys. If you can't tell, we've been getting a bunch of you guys on the show lately. I love having you guys on. You guys know what I've got going on 24/7, okay? Every podcast or every YouTube video, we try to highlight and document everything that we're doing. A lot of you guys follow on Instagram stories, so you guys see real life what's going on in Brian's Law Maintenance. But we love highlighting what you guys have going on because you guys are growing like crazy, have a lot of great success going on. And frankly, you guys have built great companies that we love to highlight, what you guys are doing here on the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. So if you guys are new listeners to the show, welcome to the jungle. I always say it's about lawns, lessons of life, and helping you guys grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business. Today, we got a great guest interview, like I was alluding to at the top of the hour, and it's with my friend Lukas Blumling. He's over in beautiful Indiana. So, Lukas, good morning, man. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good, Brian. How are you?
Living the dream. It's my Thursdays are coaching call / podcast / content creation days / make sure all the lawns are all wrapped up and done at the end of the week because we have a 4-day work week schedule, and the guys are actually on schedule, and which is typical, by the way. The way I said that kind of sounded like they always are falling behind. But no, things are good. The schedule's working great. We've had like 475 and sunny, perfect days. Like, I don't know, dude, we're hitting a home run this week. Like, everything's on schedule. Everybody's doing great. Nothing's broke down. Real time actually taking the guys to Cedar Point on Friday for a company kind of fun day and team building kind of a day. So, bro, things are good. Like, knock on wood. Praise Jesus. Everything is going great right now, man. So how's everything going in Lafayette, Indiana over there for you guys?
Oh, it's going good. We've been pretty dry last couple of weeks. But I mean, honestly, everything's still been growing. Yeah, I mean, we're skipping a couple lawns here and there, but still going full schedule with mowing and landscaping. So we're getting a lot of calls for fall cleanup right now and ready to get leaves going. Dude,
that's awesome. That's awesome. So are you guys mowing today or landscaping, or what do you got going on?
Yeah, we're mowing right now. We usually mow Tuesday through Friday, and then Monday and sometimes Saturday if needed, we do landscaping. So we're more of a lawn maintenance company like yourself, but we do incorporate landscaping, pruning, more like landscaping enhancements. So we're not really doing a lot of installs or anything like that, but we are doing, installing rock, mulch, pruning, pulling weeds, stuff like that. So.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. We'll talk a little bit probably about how you got started in the industry, and then we've done actually a couple of coaching calls, and you've really been working on yourself, working on your business this last couple of years. But just to zoom out a little bit as well, you said you guys are doing mowing, landscaping, some soft installs like that, but what's the company look like day to day? How many guys do you have working for you? How many accounts you guys doing? More mowing of residential or commercial, or a little bit of everything?
Yeah, right now so I'm in the field full time. Next year we're trying to get me out of the field maybe at least 2 or 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. But right now we have a full time guy, and then we have 1 or 2 guys that help us landscaping every once in a while, especially during the busy season. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're mainly residential right now. We do have, I think, we have a church, and then we have another commercial account that actually provides about 24 mowing lots that come with that. So,
oh wow,
that's one of our new additions that we had probably 2 months ago, which has been really good for us with cash flow purposes, they pay the same amount each month all year round. And so that's really been helping us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
those.
But other than that, other than that, we probably do about 20 to 24 lawns a day, 2 guys, Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
And we're working probably between 9 to 10 hours a day doing that. So.
Okay. That's a good business, man. Seems like things are going pretty well. How's the season going for you guys, broadly speaking, this year? Like has it been dry, wet, making money, or has it been like dry? Things are a drought, things suck, and we're trying to salvage the season. I mean, everybody's different, and for you guys listening, we're real talk. Like last year was brutal for a lot of guys with winter, and even a drought the year before, the summer before. So just real talk. How's the season going for you?
This is your invitation to L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2023 in Novi, Michigan, Saturday, November 11th. The lineup is power-packed. You won't want to miss it. Learn from incredible speakers like Leroy Maines, Keith Kalfas, Caleb and Brittany Allman, Sam Gimble, Weston Zimmerman, and Jeff Joyner, just to name a few. Tickets are on sale now at the early bird registration price of $197. And hurry, because seating is limited to just 300. Early bird registration ends October the 2nd. After that, the ticket price jumps $50, so snag your tickets today. Once you purchase your ticket, you'll be added to our private Facebook group, where you can network with other attendees, get access to the discounted hotel room block, and get the inside scoop for the Friday night party, brought to you by Kohler. Thank you to this year's sponsors, Xmark, Sure Track Trailers, Yard Book, and Boss Snowplow for helping to bring this incredible event to life. We can't wait to see you November 11th, Novi, Michigan, at L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2023. Get your ticket today at l'entrepreneuracademy.com or use the link in the podcast description. L'Entrepreneur Academy Live.
Been going really good, Brian. A lot of money coming in, a lot of revenue, profiting a lot as well. Just we're dumping a lot of money into marketing right now.
Okay.
A lot of postcards, postcard mania.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We've been hitting that pretty hard, and that's. You say it almost every show. It helps you, it helps us, helps everybody.
Yeah. Are you guys doing a fall winter campaign, or what are you guys focusing on there?
Yeah. So earlier this year, we did a spring. Like a spring and mowing campaign. And then we did a landscaping, pruning, more of like a landscaping enhancement campaign. And then right now we just sent out our first of, I think, cause they like split it in half. So we sent out like 1,500 postcards for fall cleanups. Mm-hmm. And that does include cause we don't do a whole lot of commercial snow right now. We're just honestly entering the snow market. We started last year, so we're really just doing residential snow removal.
Okay.
And then we do subcontract out probably about 8 to 10 commercial sites where we do like their building walks. So we're not really reaching out to people as far as commercial. We do reach out to people as far as driveways and stuff like that. So we sent out our first batch of that, I think, last week, and then the other batch should come in like the next 2 weeks. So
okay, yeah. We did a fall campaign for snow. Similarly, we're breaking it up into 2 mailings, hitting it twice basically. But
yeah.
Ours was like 1,100 or something like that. It wasn't quite 1,500, but I'm 100% excited about using Postcard Mania for residential next year, because I'll finally have, once the house is done getting built. If you guys are listening to the show, we just had our second kid. We're building our home. I have my barn breaking ground next week. It's a little busy behind the scenes. By the way, it's not just building a home; it's building a custom home where I have to pick out every window, every door, every stone, every screw. Okay, for some of you guys that built custom homes, you guys have been checking in on us, like, hey, how insane has it been? Because you guys have been there, done that. And it is very insane. It's not like you just go to a spec home builder and you pick out like one exterior elevation, one interior elevation, and then one, master kitchen upgrade or master bathroom upgrade. Okay. It's not like that. You pick out every single hardware from hinge to doorknob, what style of doorknob, what color of doorknob, what finish of doorknob. It's insane. We love it. But this is not the year for me to necessarily be in the field to grow as much as I'd love to. The guys are growing, the company's growing. But next year, I cannot wait to do like aerations, overseas, dethatchings, mulch installs, a whole bunch of extra auxiliary work and get quote unquote like back in the field on my terms, which I'm really, really pumped about. So dude, that's awesome though that you're using Postcard Mania and that marketing is growing well. Elephant in the room, if you don't, and you can say that completely, did great or completely tanked, but how was the marketing campaigns in the spring and in the summer? Did it get the phone to ring? You guys get some new work or was it a bust?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we did 2 campaigns last year. I think this is our 3rd this year.
Oh, okay.
And I've never had any complaints with the ROI. That's great customer service that Postcard Mania provides. With it's super simple to set up and everything. And yeah, I mean, like I said, we do like landscaping as well. So
yeah.
You get one. You spend in, between $1,000 and $2,000 on postcards, and you get 1 or 2 landscaping jobs, and it's already paid for.
Right.
So, plus, you already hit, various different houses around the same area as well. So,
yep.
Free marketing from there.
Yeah, I literally, if I got one new customer, like 20 leads and one new account, it pays for the campaign, folks. It's not even
right.
And some people are like $1,500 or $5,000. I'm like, dude, quantify that over the length of a customer that you have for 7 or 10 years, and just one customer makes it worth it. Now you'll get 20 calls, 30 calls, 1% return, whatever they call it. But yeah, well, hey, if you're going back year after year or campaign after campaign, then that's a great sign. For some of you guys listening that don't know, we don't have any notes here. There was no intention of bringing up Postcard Mania, but it is fun hearing the success stories that you guys have using the vendors that we promote. I use everything that we talk about on our show, guys. So we have Postcard Mania as our postcard design company, postcardmania.com/Brian. You guys can check out all the pricing that we have. It's discounted from just regular retail pricing. So if you just go to postcardmania.com or call them, don't do that. Go to our special landing page. You get our girl Samantha, our other girl Nicole, a couple other great people on that team. It's their corporate accounts team. They have better rates for you guys and packages already picked out that can help you guys out with saving you guys some money. And they already know what you guys are trying to accomplish, because that's what you guys are doing is what I'm doing. What I'm doing is what you guys are doing. It's what we do, industry specific. So they're already on board and on ramped with all that. And then if you guys need postcard designs, launchpreneuracademy.com/store, you get the postcard templates. Take them to Postcard Mania after you purchase them, and then we'll edit them and make them personalized for your own. And literally, you can have a mailing campaign. I just went through this whole process myself again for our fall winter campaign. It wasn't but 15 days, maybe like 2 business weeks worth of back and forth to finalize everything. And that included pulling the whole mailing route and making some selections there. So to get them just printed and shipped, dude, you can have these in your hand in a week. For a mailer, it took 2 weeks because we had to go through the mailing. They had to pull the mailing list with another part of their department. So, dude, that's awesome. I'm really, really excited for you guys. Like, that sounds like great growth. Sounds like you guys have a lot of upside potential with snow. And not only that, fall cleanups and all that mess. So perfect time of year to be marketing your guys' business. What's the latest and greatest and newest going on with your guys' company? What's a recent purchase or acquisition or focus you guys are trying to put on for your company right now to grow and make more money? Any exciting latest and greatest for you guys?
Yeah, right now, I mean, we're just organically growing right now every day. Always adding clients, always adding, mowing clients on the route that we have. We just added a person to our team that's controlling all of our social media right now.
Okay.
I'm not very good at that. I know what it should look like, and I know like what the culture and how it should look like. I'm not very good on a computer and graphics and all that stuff. So I handed that off to a family friend. She's amazing. She's been doing this for us for probably about 3 weeks or so. And I have her post on our Instagram and Facebook the last 3 days or 3 days a week. And honestly, I mean, I was just doing it just because we don't have a website or anything right now. So a lot of people were asking like, hey, where do I see, before and after photos? Where do I see work that you're done?
Mm-hmm.
And we've really been tackling that, and it's been generating so much business. Honestly, it's been, a lot of likes, a lot of shares, a lot of comments, a lot of word of mouth. oh, my grandma saw your post, that we do a lot of Facebook ads right now. So we just, like I said, Brian, at the beginning of the show, we've just been hammering marketing. We're in growth mode right now. We're growing a lot. I just found out that my wife's pregnant.
Hey.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man. And, so she's due, end of April next year.
Oh, wow.
So
okay. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. If you're familiar with our busy season,
yeah,
you know that I'm in trouble. So, I told her, I said, I need to grow this quick and, be able to get another guy in the mowing crew next year with our foreman. And I think I'm going to tackle, landscaping next year and have a guy help me with that. So that's
cool.
Pretty much our focus right now.
That's so cool, man. Well, congrats on all the above.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, for some of you guys listening in, funny story. There was a meme that went around a couple months ago, and it was like a 9-month out calendar. So it's like September leads to July, August leads to, May. So whatever, folks, do whatever you want to do. You're not going to stop anybody from making babies. But I will just personal experience, because our little boy, our second, was born 4/29, so April 29th. I will assure you, if there's a 2-month window, just practically speaking, folks, to maybe not have a baby.
Yeah.
For most of us, maybe try not to pick March, April, May. So I don't know if that means take it easy on back to school week once all your other little kiddos go back. Whatever it is, folks, do whatever you want to do. But Lukas, we'll be praying for you, and if you need to hire some temporary help, maybe somebody can pitch in local, because
yeah.
Dude, it was
appreciated.
It was wild over here, man, and we're still putting life together. I don't know if that's just because we had a kid in spring, or had a kid plus the house, or just it's our second. So we're, going from 0 to 1 was like a culture shift and a lifestyle shift, but going from 1 to 2 was even more. And I'm sure it's the same way for 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Do you guys have any kids, by the way, or first one, or?
Oh, I actually have a 6-year-old daughter, so she
cool.
She's excited. She wants a baby sister.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, so we just want a healthy baby right now. But
amen. Yeah.
We're excited.
Do you guys know gender yet, or any of that mess, or nah, not yet?
No. By the time this probably comes out, we should probably know.
That's cool.
I think she's gonna probably the next couple of weeks or whatever, 2 or 3 weeks, we should know.
Are you guys excited about finding out, or are you gonna wait until baby's born to find out? You know what I mean?
I necessarily would like a boy, but my wife, she's super excited. She wants to find out today.
Oh yeah, okay.
She wants the whole party. She wants to decorate the nursery. She wants to, she's excited.
Of course, yeah.
Which is understandable, but I don't know. I'm not that. I want a boy. Don't get me wrong, but I just want a healthy baby.
Amen. Yeah. No, I get it. That's cool. And I know it's not necessarily about lawn care, guys, but if for
real life.
Yeah, real life. For any of you guys that have kids out there, it's always funny. Some people don't want to know the gender. Other people want to know immediately. Other people, whatever. I guess there's only 2 options there, but we have a couple friend. They just had their 4th, and all 4 kids, they did not find out if it was a boy or girl until it was, at birth. And look, that would drive my personality type through the roof. I cannot do that, So we're like, you guys are crazy. And they're like, well, you just don't get that many other excitements left in life. So, when you're 20 and 30, so it's kind of like, we'll find out when it happens and, when the baby's born. But then Liz actually proposed to me. She goes, if we have a 3rd, do you want to find out? And I said, yeah. She goes, I don't think I want to find out until, like I was just talking about, so we have the baby. I was like, look, how about this? How about I find out, and then and then you can wait the other 8 months, 7 months, 6 months to figure it out, once the baby's born. But dude, I'm just telling you, practically speaking, I'm a planner, and I don't know. Maybe I'll change. Maybe I'm just being, fussy Brian, but I don't know. Either which way, man. I hope you guys have just obviously a healthy baby boy or girl, and things go well. And dude, we'll be praying for you guys in April, man. That's awesome. So April. What did you say? When's the due date then? Technically, don't they give you guys a window?
Yeah, due date is April 21st.
April 21st. Okay, dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, right. Remember, once baby's due, taxes are due, right? So something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be at the delivery room and be like, oh shit, I got to run to the post office and drop my check in the mail.
Right. You got it right there.
Get it stamped at $5.55, so you don't get any late fees. That's awesome, man. Well, good for you guys, dude. And I love the idea of, having a mow crew, and then you can be more picky choosy with landscaping. And that way, if you want to send the guys out, that's fine. Or if you want to go in the field, a couple months after birth and postpartum and making sure the family's good there, then you can go back out in the field in, May, June, July. That's always an option. That's really, really cool, man. What else you guys got going on for the company? Anything going on this fall? Are you guys Equip Expo, LAL, anything you guys looking forward to this fall outside of like company growth?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to LAL. Last year I was a part of the mastermind, and this year I signed up again. I think I'm in the Corey Ballard mastermind.
Okay.
For this year.
Yeah.
Super excited for that. So last year we really didn't do a whole lot fall cleanup wise. We were moving and all that stuff, so it kind of got put on the back burner as far as like the marketing. So we weren't, we were ready for it, but we didn't equip. We weren't a season ahead, as you were saying on the previous podcast, I think earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which podcast you were on, but I mean, we weren't equipped for it. Honestly, we were a season behind. We weren't ready for fall cleanup. We weren't prepared. So this year, that's the word is growth. This year, and we're staying a season ahead. We're putting out a bunch of flyers for fall cleanup and snow, and we're ready to tackle it, and then ride that wave, ride that momentum into spring next year, and get going. I'm a big spring guy. I like spring. I like the start of the season. Everyone's at zero, and then it's just a race to the end. I like that.
Yeah, spring has a.
I like the competition.
I was gonna say spring has that's exactly what I was gonna. It has like this like wolf. Wolves are hungry. I think Stanley Dirt Monkey has said wolves are hungry in the spring. So it's kind of like everybody's out there it's just a crazy frenzy, bro. You know what I mean? So I actually don't like that because I'm just like, dude, it's so overwhelming. So usually I try to ramp up a bunch of stuff in like July, August, and find out some of those last minute people that want to come through. And I'm like, hey, now you got to pay a premium, But both are right answers, obviously. But the spring rush is wild. That was with Jeremiah's podcast. Did you listen to that one yesterday or even today?
Yeah, the 2-hour one. I think I listened to it yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, that podcast was all over the place. He's like, what do you want to talk about? I go, dude, it's 9:00 at night, dude. Whatever you want to talk about. We were supposed to talk snow for a half hour. We ended up talking about 2 hours of like everything else. And then halfway through, he's like, so let's talk snow. And I'm like, that's the hardest pivot that's ever been done in a podcast on all of planet Earth. I was like, thanks, bro. Like, way to tee that up. We like hammered people about like attitudes for about an hour, and then he's like, so talk to me about snow. And I'm like, geez, oh Pete. So that was a fun podcast episode. Hey, let me ask this. If you don't mind, like selfish request, give me, if you don't mind, your best 30-second, 90-second promo for LAL, because tickets are on sale October 2nd. The price is going to go up $50 for the early bird. But you've been for a couple years in a row. You've been to the additional master class that we did last year for the first time. All those tickets are sold out. Apologies, folks. Corey and Sam Gamble with Atlas Outdoor. Those went in 3 hours, and Jeff Dorner's went in a week. So there's 2 breakout sessions this year. We might do a third or something different next year, or maybe like a landscape, hardscape breakout, pricing, quoting one next year. Let me know what you guys want, and we'll make it happen and get some industry leaders in there. But if you don't mind, give me your best 60-second LAL promo. Going into it, because you've never been there before, and then coming out of it, and then now being a returning guest or attendee, I should say. What's your perspective on going to a conference of that size?
Yeah, so this is our 4th year going. My wife has went with me every year, and by the way, I do recommend you bring in your longtime girlfriend, spouse, at least someone with you, someone that's really with you every day in the field. If you have a foreman that you're close to, I recommend you bring in your whole team if you could.
Yeah.
And we love it. I mean, I think I've met someone that's went there and go, after the show, that's like, oh, I didn't really get, what is it? $200 worth, $250 worth.
Yep.
I mean, it's super cheap. And honestly, it should be double. I would still pay it if it was double. The people that are there that are presenting, Keith Kelthis, yourself, Mark Bradley, Court Ballard, all those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, everyone always says it, but you can't replicate the type of energy that they have while speaking, what they talk about, how they hold themselves accountable. I'm a people watcher, right? So, I'm a big introvert, but when I'm at conferences like that, I like to people watch. So I'm always watching how they hold themselves, what they put emphasis on their life. And then in the mastermind,
that was
last
thick.
year,
that was thick.
That was
bro.
awesome. That was what I needed. I think that's what everyone in that room needed. Everyone in that room was serious about growth, about themselves, personally, business, everything. And you could tell. I liked how vulnerable everything was in there. The very first question you said was, I remember you're like, "Hey, give your name, your company name, and how much revenue you're going to do this year." And that was huge, because I was like, "Oh, this is about to get real."
Yeah.
You had people like, "Oh, we're going to do $50K this year," to someone I think was like $700,000-$800,000 in there. Not including yourself or anyone else that was in there, but it was just real. And I asked a question. I said, because I think Bedell was in there as well. When I asked the question, I said, what was one thing you changed about yourself that helped your business grow? Because that's what the last 3 or 4 years have been for me. Is I've been really trying to focus on growing myself, and then everything around me would grow as well.
Yeah.
Being a leader, the word leadership in our household has really been on our hearts. That's what I feel like God put on my heart, was the word leadership this year and last year as well. And how you guys answered that, if you were there, you knew, but I'm not going to spill the beans. But how you guys answered that, I really love that, because all 4 of you guys had different answers. And, I look at someone, their personal life versus how well they do in business. You could have $1 million business, but if you're, not good family life, not around your kids, not around your wife as much, not happy. I like the saying that you said, you can't see happiness on a profit and loss statement. And that really hit home with me. And so, just to answer your question, just being around those people, including yourself, also around peers, the guys who are making the same amount of money as you, that are at your circle table. Hey, what'd you do last year? What are you doing this year? I don't know his first name, but Horning,
Cornell
Landscape.
Yeah, Cornell Mac.
No, Horning.
Chris Horning.
Yeah. I somehow sit at his table every single year.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even remember me, but I remember talking to him every single year, and just you see the same faces every year, and everyone's super excited, everyone's smiling, and everyone's wanting to be there. That's the main thing. So
yeah,
definitely get your ticket.
Yeah, I mean, dude, number one, just distilling from what you just said, there's no facades, folks, at that conference. Everybody's raw. Look, you can have honest, transparent conversations with everybody. That's the idea. There's no elusiveness on anything we do. Okay. And then those breakout sessions, that's where I started. I said, and I had to set the tone and change the tone a little bit, because I didn't want it to be confused with like the general session versus an intimate session. Because the idea for the intimate session was, we can't help you unless we know exactly where you're at. And so we had to lead with, hey, what's really going on in your company? Where are we really at? No hallway conversations, small talk. Dude, this is meat and potatoes. Let's pull back all the layers of the onion. Let's just skate to the end, and then we can start there. And that way, the two guests that we did have there, Nick Carlson and Corey Ballard, were our guests. And I did bring Bedell in because I highly respect Bedell. So it was kind of a 3-panel thing. Then they can start doing brain surgery and help you guys authentically, transparently grow, versus just maybe some broad general advice, from the main conference. So that was takeaway number one, is it's raw, it's authentic. There's no facades. Number two, at least Lukas, I can charge him $500. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. You said it was worth twice as much. So we'll square up with you later.
I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah. Well, I'll send you a PayPal invoice later. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's but I say all the time, folks. The conference to me, like to get a ticket for $200, and some of you are like, or $200. I just heard, what's their names, the Brensels say like they were doing their mastermind group for $250 a month on Caleb Rudy Allman's podcast, and they have this $10 million company, the Brensels, Brex Enterprise, out of Pittsburgh or something like that, Pennsylvania. $10 million like oil, gas, excavation type company, oil lines, all this mess, big projects, 6-digit projects. And I was like, $250 a month. I'm like, I literally thought she misspoke and didn't say $2,500 a month. Because that would still be a great deal, to get around somebody who's a 10-digit business owner, 8-digit business owner doing 10 million. So folks, when some of you guys like $200 for a ticket, you're out of your mind. I'm thinking to myself, at least it's not 2,000, which I still think would be a great deal. But the ticket could be $500, $1,000, and I still think it'd be a fantastic value. So anyway, seriously, I really appreciate that the highlight and the plug. Like I said, you've been there multiple years in a row. We've been getting better. I feel every year that the speakers, I don't know how they do it, but they continue to get better and more better communication. And this year is not going to be any different, guys. So tickets are selling. They're selling fast, but you do have a finite amount of time to get those tickets because October 2nd, the ticket price is going to go up $50. But even then, if it's $249 a ticket, folks, it's still a tremendous value. And we're talking to you. If you live anywhere in the greater Midwest, you have no excuses if you got an 8-hour car time or less. And any of you guys that are a plane ticket away from Texas to Florida, Georgia, I got tons of friends that come over from the West Coast. Folks, Detroit Metro is a major airport, major hub with Delta. I think even some with Southwest and United. You can get into Detroit for $200, $300, $400 a plane ticket. It's pretty nominal. It's not a regional airport where you're paying $700 to $1,000 like Montana or South Carolina or something like that. Okay. So that being said, get to a big hub and fly over to Detroit. We'd love to have you guys there. It's going to be a really, really good time. Lucas, that's kind of, I know we just want to do a little quick kind of recap, a little update. I'll give you the final thoughts. You're actually taking a quick minute to join us on the show from the field, coming in hot. So I don't want to take your whole afternoon. I'm sure the guys are waiting for you and being like, hey, man, we moving to the next lawn or what? What are we doing here, But so I'll give you the final thought or anything you're excited about sharing, man. But as always, just want to say thanks for checking in with us and pouring into the audience for a half hour today and encouraging the next guy out, man. But anything else you want to button up with?
No, I think just stay motivated. I said it on the Growing Green podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. Just always continue learning. Never really stay stagnant. Never become content. And I always live by that. I'm always learning. I'm always watching YouTube videos. I'm constantly learning from people above me and having showing great leadership to the guys and all that. So we are trying to grow our social media pages on Instagram and Facebook, like I said. So I'd appreciate it if everyone followed me or reached out to me, or if you guys wanted to talk or anything like that, meet up at LAL. I would really appreciate that. That's at Blumling Lawn Care on Instagram and Facebook. So yep. I'd appreciate that.
And Blumling, Blumling, correct?
Yep.
There you go. So look him up, guys. Give him a follow. Say hey. He's another pretty boy, in the lawn care industry. Okay, there's some good-looking dudes out there. We clean up nice. Logan Manning's like a landscaper by day, male model at night. What was that movie? The male modeling with Zoolander. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hey, look, folks, it's okay to clean up and look good at night. You know what I'm saying? So, Gotta keep the wife happy and go do date night. All right. So any which way, just saying, hit up my boy Lucas here. Go hang out. Share a table with him at LAL. Pick his brain, for crying out loud. What did you learn last year, dude? What did you learn last year at the breakout session? Is it worth it? Unfortunately, the tickets are already sold out this year for the masterclass. But when they go on for sale for next year, and there's 20 breakout seats for one room and 20 breakout seats for the next room, and you're like, I don't know, is that worth the additional $250? Because it is an additional investment. And then Lucas can just throw up on you for 20 minutes and say, dude, it was 3-hour jam session. He's like, how much time you got? I mean, it was
right.
It was thick conversation, bro. And it made me a better businessman. No doubt about it. Getting around guys like that. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's what we got for you today. Lucas, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to join with us, brother. Seriously, appreciate it. And congrats on all the growth and both in the business and in the personal life, man. So you got it going on, brother.
Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. I'll see you soon.
Cool deal. All right, man. Well, guys, that's what we got for you on today's podcast episode. Get those tickets for Entrepreneur Academy Live. Guys, help us blow out the walls. Help us to fill up the room. We can't wait to have 300 plus of y'all joining us here in Novi, Michigan, November 11th, Saturday, the Friday night before the Hub Stadium. That's brought to you by Element and Kohler. Super grateful for that. So, folks, we're going to wine and dine you. You get to hang out Friday. Then we're going to blast the hair back with folks speaking on stage. And by the way, I think I dropped this note on a recent podcast. Mark Bradley is a last-minute add to LAL 2023, okay? So very excited about having him come in the share as well. The guy founded Element and had a $50 million landscape company. Another heavy hitter got added to the roster last minute. We're super blessed to have that kind of a caliber of folk come on into the conference. All right. That's what I got for you guys on today's podcast. Super appreciate listening in. Let's kick it back over to Marty, Mr. Producer, guys. And we look forward to catching up with you here on the next one.
This is your invitation to Entrepreneur Academy Live 2023 in Novi, Michigan, Saturday, November 11th. The lineup is power-packed. You won't want to miss it. Learn from incredible speakers like Leroy Maines, Keith Kalfas, Caleb and Brittany Allman, Sam Gimbel, Weston Zimmerman, and Jeff Joyner, just to name a few. Tickets are on sale now at the early bird registration price of $197. And hurry, because seating is limited to just 300. Early bird registration ends October the 2nd. After that, the ticket price jumps $50, so snag your tickets today. Once you purchase your ticket, you'll be added to our private Facebook group, where you can network with other attendees, get access to the discounted hotel room block, and get the inside scoop for the Friday night party, brought to you by Kohler. Thank you to this year's sponsors, Xmark, Sure Track Trailers, Yard Book, and Boss Snowplow for helping to bring this incredible event to life. We can't wait to see you November 11th, Novi, Michigan, at L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2023. Get your ticket today at l'entrepreneuracademy.com or use the link in the podcast description. L'Entrepreneur Academy Live.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.